Alright, so let's do a quick review of I.o.i's Very, Very, Very. And to start this song off, we have kind of a chorus intro section. I've been mentioning that a lot with K-pop songs recently. It seems to be a real trend or something that's popular right now. Doing that whole thing, either starting the song off with the chorus or doing a short intro into the first chorus before you even have a verse. And of course we got the JYP in the intro, but overall this song was a little bit strange for me. I think the biggest issue with it for me, kind of looking at a macro level, like zoom out and look at the song as a whole. The backing track, is really kind of fast-paced. It's very energetic and kind of intense sounding, but the vocals didn't really sound like convincing to me. And what I'm trying to say by that is that the vocals didn't seem to match the intensity of the backing track. I wasn't convinced that they were excited to sing over the exciting backing track as the backing track was just exciting on its own. And sometimes having a contrast like that can work really well. There's a lot of EDM music with really like chilled out, laid back vocals and super hard hitting, intense beats. So obviously that type of thing can work, but I think the way it came across in this particular song definitely didn't quite work all the way conceptually. Also, the extreme use of rapid repetition in this song, definitely a very obvious songwriting technique where you repeat words or sounds or little phrases over and over in really quick succession. I felt like it got a little bit annoying or a little bit much in this song. Obviously, that's a very subjective call for the producers and songwriters, but for me, just listening to it, I found myself kind of going, oh, like we're hearing this again, as it repeated over and over. And I started feeling that pretty early on in the song. It wasn't even towards the end either, which really kind of tells me aesthetically that it might be too much. And hopefully you guys will let me know in the comments section, was the repetition, the rapid repetition in this song too much for you? Did you find it kind of annoying or a little bit obnoxious? Because things like that can usually go one of two ways. Either it's kind of annoying and it just gets in your head and it doesn't get out and you end up really liking it, or it's kind of annoying and you just don't want to listen to that song ever again. For things like that, there usually doesn't seem to be a whole lot of middle ground, like if you polled a bunch of listeners about the song. It's usually one or the other, kind of a polarizing issue. So let me know what you guys think. And the other thing for me that was a little bit off arrangement-wise or songwriting-wise was the pre-chorus, where they kind of drop the beat out. It's a more laid-back part where they use the really low kind of sine wave sounding synths and also have a different motif going on and a higher pitch synth that's kind of a grating analog synth tone. And while I felt like some sort of break was definitely necessary somewhere in this song, I felt like that particular break just didn't quite fit, didn't quite gel together, going right back into the chorus. So for me, this song was kind of like go really fast and then you hit a red light and you just wait there and you do nothing. And then it turns green and you take off like full power again. That's how this song's arrangement kind of went for me, going between the verses and choruses and then the kind of pre-chorus break areas. The other thing that I'm noticing about this song and this group in particular with this song is that I think they're really going for that kind of new K-pop girl group market, definitely trying to directly compete with like TWICE in the same way that in a different category VIX and BTS and SHINee sort of compete. So now we have kind of these new generation of girl groups. We have TWICE, we have G-Friend, I mean you could include Lovelyz in there, and we've got I.o.i. And this song, the way it's produced, the way the vocals were actually performed, really reminds me of that kind of style that TWICE has been going for. And even the music video reminds me of something like TWICE would do, in the same way that other TWICE releases kind of also look similar to this video. So obviously they're not copying anything directly. That's not what I'm saying here at all. It's not plagiarized, but they're definitely trying to go for that same kind of stylistic thing, that same kind of market, that same kind of fan base. And because this song is similar, I have a lot of the same criticisms of this one as I had with TWICE's last release that came out a few days ago. The vocals in this song, besides being a little bit low energy compared to the backing track or what would maybe be appropriate for this type of high energy song, like I mentioned before, do seem a little bit constructed and rigid and just kind of distant in some way. There's just that sort of unnatural feeling with the way everything was pieced together. And again, it may not be I.o.i's fault at all. It could be entirely the production and how they're choosing to edit and sort of piece together and arrange the vocals. It's really hard to know if you don't have like the session tracks where you can see the raw recorded files and kind of break them down. But I'm hoping this type of thing doesn't become super commonplace or a trend in K-pop, because I've already heard that thing done in other parts of the world and I definitely wasn't as big of a fan of it as the really complex and layered and kind of perfect take vocal sound that they go for usually in K-pop. So this song wasn't my favorite thing in the world, but I did kind of enjoy it. You know, in the chorus there were some interesting synth tones going on, some other little elements and production things that I did like. But overall, for me, I felt like it was a little bit of a mess and didn't quite work 100% with what they were going for. So anyway, I'm still really interested in I.o.i's music. Their cover of What a Man really impressed me, so I'll keep watching and see what they come out with next. And hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.